Good morning, dear student, and welcome once again. In today's class, we will solve the remaining numerical problem of chapter number 19, which is about atomic spectra. In previous class, we have solved some numerical number 5, 6, 7, which were included in your smart syllabus. So let's start from numerical number 8. In question number 8, it is stated that determine the energy associated with the innermost orbit of hydrogen atom. Determine the energy associated with the second orbit of hydrogen atom, and in third, what energy does an incoming proton to possess to raise an electron from first to second allowed orbit of hydrogen atom. So we have to calculate these three energy. So first of all, let's collect the data from the given statement. Given data is question number 8. What is given? Determine the energy associated with innermost orbit of hydrogen atom. So we have to calculate the innermost orbit energy of hydrogen atom for n equal to 1. We know that E naught is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. Now we have to calculate three energies. In option A, we have to calculate the energy of innermost orbit of hydrogen atom. Say suppose this is E1, represented by E1. And second step, we have to calculate the energy when the electron jump from first orbit to second orbit, and also we have to calculate the energy associated with the second orbit of hydrogen atom. So E2 is to be calculated, and third one, delta E is to be calculated. Delta E is the energy when electron jump from first orbit to second orbit. So we have different formula for these to solve. Let's start. As we know that the basic or general formula for calculating the energy at any particular orbit, we have a formula En equal to minus E naught divided by n square. So En, energy at any particular orbit, is equal to minus E naught, energy of the innermost orbit, divided by n square. So this is the general formula. We have to put the values in this. Now if we replace En by 1, we will get E1 equal to minus E naught divided by 1 square. So therefore E1 will be equal to minus E naught divided by 1 square. So let me solve it here. Putting here 1, so we will get E1 equal to, what is the value of E naught? This is minus 13.6 divided by 1 square electron volt. So we get that E1 equal to how much? Minus 13.6 electron volt. This is the energy associated with the first orbit. Similarly, in option B, we have to solve. We have to calculate energy of the second orbit. So by formula we know that, what we know? We know that En equal to minus E naught divided by n square. So putting instead of n, we have to put here 2. So E2 is equal to minus E naught. What is the value of E naught? Say minus 13.6. Minus 13.6 divided by, instead of n, we have to put 2. So divided by 2 square. we get E2 is equal to minus 13.6 divided by 2 square become what? 4. So minus 13.6 divided by 4, we will get minus 3.4. So E2 will be equal to minus 3.4 electron volt. This is the energy associated with the second orbit of hydrogen atom. Similarly, for section C, this one, delta E, or we want to calculate the energy when an electron jump from first orbit to second orbit. So the energy of the incoming photon must be, in option C, we can say that the energy of incoming photon must be equal to delta E equal to E2 or E1 minus E2. Here we have to take E1 minus E2 because the electron jump from first orbit to second orbit. So putting values here, we get delta E is equal to, what is the value of E1 here? Minus 13.6 electron volt. So minus 13.6 electron volt into minus E2 is equal to minus 3.4 electron volt. So by solving this, we get minus into minus 3.4 electron volt. So delta H is equal to minus 13.6 into minus 3.4 electron volt. So it will become plus 3.4 volt. At the end, we get delta E is equal to minus, this minus will become positive, minus 13.6 plus 3.4. We get minus 10.2 electron volt. Minus 10.2 electron volt. The energy of the incoming photon will be minus 10.2 electron volt. What does it mean? Say suppose this is nucleus, this is first orbit, and this one is second orbit. If an electron jump from first orbit to second orbit, when it will jump, this electron will jump from first orbit to second orbit when it gains some energy in the form of photon. So the energy of this incoming photon must be equal to what? The energy of this photon must be equal to minus 10.2 electron volt. When this atom gains this photon, that much energy, so the electron will get energized and it will excite from its own state to, will jump to the second orbit, and at the second orbit it will stay for very much short duration, about 10 power minus 8 seconds, and will re-jump again to its original orbit. So that was all about the energy associated when the electron jump from first orbit to the second orbit. Now let's solve question number 9. In question number 9, it is stated that the electron drop from the second energy level to the first energy level within an excited hydrogen atom. Determine the energy of photon emitted, calculate the frequency of photon emitted, calculate the wavelength of photon. So very simply, first of all, we have to collect data. The electron drop from the second energy level to the first energy level within an excited hydrogen atom. Say suppose this is the nucleus, first orbit, second orbit. When electron drop from the second orbit, this is electron when it drop from the second orbit to first orbit, this one, say suppose this one is the electron position. Now we have to calculate three things: energy of photon, frequency of photon and wavelength of photon. So here also E1 equal to 13.6 electron volt, and we have recently calculated that E2 equal to minus 3.4 electron volt. So given data is we already know that E1 energy of the first orbit is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. Similarly, recently we calculate the value of E2 energy of the second orbit, which is minus 3.4 electron volt. Minus 3.4 electron volt. Now here we will calculate these three things. What is required? We will calculate the energy of this photon when it jumps from the second orbit to the first orbit. Second thing, we will calculate the frequency of photon, and in third, we will calculate the wavelength of photon. So these three things, energy, frequency and wavelength of photon, is to be calculated, and these two are given. So by a formula we know that to solve option A, to calculate or to find the energy of photon, to find the energy of photon, we proceed as. How can we proceed? The same formula, E or delta E, energy of photon is equal to here E2 minus E1, because the electron dropped from second orbit. Here the energy of electron is E2, here its energy is A1. So we have to calculate this delta E. We can represent this by delta E, E2 minus E1. Putting the values here, we get minus 3.4 minus into minus 13. This one, delta E in this case will be equal to minus 3.4 minus into minus 13.6 in electron volt. So by solving this, we get minus 3.4 plus 13.6, so it will become 10.4. Delta E is equal to minus 3.4 minus into minus plus 13.6. So further it will be equal to 10 power 10.2 electron volt, but in positive. The energy of photon jump from second orbit to first orbit will be equal to positive 10.2 electron volt. In second step, it is stated that you have to calculate the frequency and as well as the wavelength of this photon. When this transition occur, what will happen? A photon of energy HF will be emitted by this atom. So the energy of this photon is 10.2 electron volt. The frequency. Now to find the frequency, we have another formula, F equal to E divided by H, where H is Planck's constant. To find the frequency, we have this formula, F equal to E divided by H, or E equal to HF. So F equal to E divided by H, putting the values, E is equal to 10.2 divided by, instead of Planck constant, we can take its numerical value, which is equal to 6.63 multiplied 10 power minus 34. So this is 6.63 multiplied 10 power minus 34. Now by performing this calculation, we get F is equal to 10.2 divided by 6.63. We will get 2.5 multiplied 10 power 15 hertz. So 2.5 10 power 15 hertz. This will be the frequency of emitted photon when electron jump from second orbit to the third orbit. So the wavelength is, how to calculate wavelength? Lambda is to be calculated how to calculate the wavelength. In part C, we have to calculate the wavelength, which is equal to C divided by F. Lambda equal to C divided by F, here V equal to F lambda. So lambda equal to V divided by F, but the speed of photon is the speed of light. So therefore we take C here. Putting values here, we get lambda is equal to, what is the value of C? Speed of light, which is a universal constant. Its value is 3 multiplied 10 power 8 divided by, similarly instead of F we have to write 2.5 multiplied 10 power 15 hertz. So 2.5 multiplied 10 power 15 hertz. So lambda will be in meter or centimeter or nanometer. So we get 3 divided by 2.5. We get 1.2 multiplied 10 power minus 7. 3 divided by 2.5 is 1.2. 10 power 8 minus 15 will become minus 7. 10 power minus 7 meter. This will be the required wavelength. So dear students, let me summarize briefly. In this question it was stated that when electron jump from second orbit to first orbit, we have to calculate three things: energy of emitted photon, frequency and wavelength. So by applying this formula, we can easily calculate these three terms. In question number 10, it is stated that an electron is in the first Bohr orbit of hydrogen. Find two things: the speed of electron, the time required for the electron to circle the nucleus. So it is stated that an electron is in the first orbit of hydrogen atom. We have to calculate the speed of electron in this first orbit, and secondly we have to calculate the time in which it complete one cycle. How much time will it take? So let's solve this question number 10 also. Question number 10. From the statement of this question, we can collect this data. Mass of electron, this is nucleus, this is first orbit, and here is an electron revolving. So we have to calculate two things: the speed of this electron and the time. So what is the mass of electron? Mass of electron is equal to 9.11 multiplied 10 power minus 31 kg. Mass 9.11 minus 31 kg. Second thing, charge on electron. We already know this is a constant, 1.6 multiplied 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And radius of the first orbit is also given. This one radius r. For the first orbit is r1. We can take it as a r, because now we perform the calculation in only this first orbit. So we can take it r for first orbit. It is equal to 0.53 multiplied 10 power minus 10 meter. 0.53 10 power minus 10 meter. These three are known to us. Now what we have to calculate? Speed of photon. So the speed of this electron, speed v is to be calculated. Similarly, time period t is to be calculated. T t is to be calculated. These two things, speed of electron in the first orbit and time to complete one complete cycle, the time required for the electron to circle the nucleus is to be calculated. Now to find speed of electron, we have a formula. How to calculate the speed of electron? In this side, these are given data and this is required, so we can start solution here. To calculate speed or to find speed, we have to use this formula. We have to relate the electrostatic force with the centripetal force. So when this electron is moving in this orbit, there is a force between these electron and the proton inside the nucleus, which is given by Coulomb law. So it's equal to Ke square divided by R. Ke square divided by R force. Second force, as this electron performs circular motion, so there must be a centripetal force which is given by mv square divided by R square. So 1 R will be cancelled out with this. So this is R square, sorry. This will be equal to R square by Coulomb law. This is R. So we can cancel this 1 R with this R. We get V square is equal to Ke square divided by mR. Putting values in this equation, we get V square is equal to, what is the value of K? K is Coulomb constant. Its value is 9 multiplied 10 power 9. 9 multiplied 10 power 9. Similarly, this E is charged on electron. Its value is equal to 1.6 multiplied 10 power minus 19 Coulomb. So we can put this value 1.6 multiplied 10 power minus 19 Coulomb. This is square. This will also become square. Divided by M. Mass of electron is 9.11 multiplied 10 power minus 31 kg. 10 power minus 31. Similarly, R, radius of the first orbit, which is equal to 0.53 multiplied 10 power minus 10. Now by performing this calculation, we will get V square is equal to how much? 4.76 multiplied 10 power 12. So V square is equal to, by performing all these calculations, we get 4.76 10 power 12 in meter per second. By taking the square root, we get V. If you want to calculate the value of V, we have to take the square root both sides, like this and this. So V is equal to how much? 2.18 multiplied 10 power 6 meter per second, which is very high speed. It is in the 10 power of 6. So the electron will revolve in this orbit with this speed or with this velocity. Second thing, the time period to complete to circle the nucleus. The time taken by electron to circle the nucleus is to be calculated as t equal to 2 pi r divided by v. Second thing, in calculation, this is A. Second, we have to calculate what? B. To find the time period T, we have what we have? We have a formula that T is equal to 2 pi r divided by V. T is equal to 2 pi r divided by V. So putting values, In this formula, we get 2 multiplied by, what is the value of pi? Pi value is 3.14. So T is equal to 2 multiplied by 3.14. R is equal to this one, 0.53 multiplied 10 power minus 10. Divided by V. What is V? Recently we calculated the speed of electron in this orbit. So this is 2.18 multiplied by 10 power 6. So T is equal to, now by performing all these calculations, we get that T is equal to 1.52 multiplied 10 power minus 4 second. So 1.52 10 power minus 4 second, or simply we can write here symbol is second. It will be the time for electron to circle a nucleus. So let me summarize it briefly. Dear student, in this question we are told that we have to calculate the speed or velocity v of electron and time period in the first orbit of hydrogen atom. So in the first orbit of hydrogen atom, the electron speed will be calculated like this by comparing centripetal force and this Coulomb force, mv square divided by r equal to k e square divided by r square. And by performing all these calculations, we get that the speed of electron in the first orbit will be equal to 2.18 multiplied 10 power 6 meter per second. Similarly, in second part, we can calculate the time required by an electron to circle the nucleus. This time. So this is given by 2 pi r, which is circumference of the circle divided by v. So putting all these value, we get the time is 1.25 multiplied 10 power minus 4 second, which is very short time duration. So in this time duration, one electron will complete the, or it will circle around the orbit, around the nucleus in its own orbit. So we have solved all the numerical of chapter number 19, which are included in our smart syllabus. How that it might be clear to all of you. And thank you for listening. Inshallah, in next lecture we will start the last chapter, which is about nuclear physics, chapter number 20. It is enough for today. Thank you for listening. Thanks a lot.